Hello, my fellow communities in Leeds, Nigerians and other race. This is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC, NYC, and Foodshare, Food Bank, Food Pantry. Today we have lots of stuff from Aldi. Aldi is giving us lots of stuff, crates, and for 2025, what we're trying to do is to make sure that we're going to be starting our food bank, food share program, food pantry, as soon as possible. So we're looking at starting from next week and etc. So as you can, I'm using my car because our van is with a mechanic. So, and again, we cannot stop giving food to families and etc. And this is why. So some of the products that I'm having, we're going to be having is basically just, you have lots of stuff out there. And I want to use this session to explain some of our products because it's really good for us to make it clear according to the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network UKCIC disclaimer, food bank disclaimer. So just hang on for me, please. So thank you. So the reason why I want to explain this session to people is basically that our food bank is going to be starting soon. And we want to explain some of the items that people need to pay attention to, especially when we're talking about use by date food items and best before date food items. So for example, when you see that tomato, etc. like that, that tomato is there basically that we've just collected it from Aldi. And what I'm doing at the moment, as you can see, I will check them and I'll take them out. So for example, they have best before date. So if you can see that date is best before date, 13th of January. And what that means, according to the UK Food Standard Agency, the best before date means that the products might have passed that date, but the products might have lost a bit of their quality. So best before date is about quality. Use by date is about safety. It's as simple. So most of you that collect, if you collect this item from us, or for example, you collect some lemon, or maybe, for example, look at this flour now. I've just collected this flour. The flour is a bit torn, but we will still collect it. And this is why the Food Standard Agency says that, when you see things like this, it doesn't give you the chance to waste food. Because our organization aims and objectives is feeding the community with tackling food waste and supporting family with high cost of living. So, for example, now on this flour now, we have best before date, December 2025. That's a long time ago, so that's good. But the reason why I'm explaining this to you is that some of you, whenever we give you food items, you look at them, you said the paper for that flour is torn, but the item, is it still okay? We follow the Food Standard Agency, and the two items, underlying item, used by date and best before date is what we try to explain. So if I can show you another, this is a banana. That banana, you're not expecting to get a brand new banana, but when you look at this side, that one, it might be a little bit bad, but you can still have it. But what we're trying to say, according to the Nigerian Yorkshire Communities Network, UKCIC, Food Bank disclaimer, is to say that you have the choice to collect, to accept or reject it. And once you accept it, the responsibility of that food, how you eat it, how you prepare it, how you store it, that is down to you. You cannot come back to any charity organization or the Nigerian Yorkshire Communities Network to say, you've given us a bad food. No. A food bank, every food bank is there as just an additional lifeline. You're not supposed to be on a food bank as a permanent thing. It's a temporary solution for you and your family if you're just come out of job, or you're unable to feed your family, you're unable to put 3 square meals on the table, you understand? And all those things, that is what the food bank is. A lot of people don't really understand what is the definition of a food bank. The food bank is to support you, it's not to help you 100%, So for those of you that are collecting food from us, you need to understand that the reason why we work with different major supermarkets, we work with Fairshare, we work with Neighborly, is that they give us this remaining food or any food that is available, where we don't have the choice to say, this is what we want. No, they will give us what we have. For example, you can see what I'm packing. I'm packing at the moment. This is a crate at the moment, which I've just collected. I have almost 10 crates of this, or 12. This is what I've been given, but I have to go through the selections, and that is what I'm doing. If I don't want any product, I will return it back to Aldi. it's the same thing to you. If NYCN, the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, Food Bank, Food Pantry, tells you to come and collect food in a particular location or in their office, you have a choice to take, and you have a choice to accept or reject. So and the reason why I'm explaining this is explaining. So for example, look at this. We have the best before date there. The best before date is 9th of January. What is today's date? Today's date is like, I think today's date, let me look at it. Today's date is like 11. You understand? Now, all because it's best before date, it doesn't mean that it's not consumable. You know, it will only lose a bit of the quality, and you can still have them. And that doesn't give you an excuse to be wasting food. You know, all because the date has gone, the food is still okay. I can eat it, you can eat it, but you decided to put it in the bin. So the food bank, and I know that a lot of the charity will support me. What I'm doing is that all because you see a date that is past, but that item is still consumable under best before date, you can still eat them. That does not give you the reason for you to waste food, because we are trying to tackle food, and the more you tackle food waste, you're helping the climate change. A lot of people that throw food in the bin, you know, food that are still consumable, you're not helping the climate change. You know, a lot of people, you waste food in your house, you don't know that you're contributing to global warming and etc. The food bank is playing their part to make sure that we get rid of food waste as much as we can. We will go through the selection as long as the best before date. Use by date is about safety. Once the date is gone, you can always put it in the bin. That is use by date. So the reason why I'm explaining this session to everybody, and for those of you that's just joining us, this is the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, Food Bank, Food Pantry Community Service, explaining the word use by date and best before date. It's as simple as that. So I will go through some items. For example, I have some of these items. Comet. This is a Comet, and it's got best before date 10th of January. It doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean people mix use by date and best before date. Best before date is about quality. So you can see the date. Yeah. So the date on it is 10th of January. Today is 11th. Okay. But it doesn't mean that it's bad. It's all because best before date is about quality. Use by date is about safety. And the reason why I'm explaining this is that for those of you that are going to be collecting food from our organization, you have to bear this in mind. As once you accept all those food, whether you accept this item or this item or this item, once you accept it in your bag, the responsibility is down to you. You cannot come back to us and say, oh, the food you gave to us is past expire date. There is nothing like expire date. You know, so the reason why I want to explain this is that use by date means that you can use it by that date, and it's about safety. But if the food is consumable, you can still consume it at your own discretion, at your own choice, and you cannot come back to that food bank or charity. Best before date is about quality, and there's some best before date can be more than a month, 3 months, 6 months, even a year. For example, if I show you Gary, so let me show you Gary. So the reason why I want to show you, for example, when you see products, these are African products or Caribbean products, they might have a date on it, and these are dried products. You can have them for a year, they don't go bad. You can have rice, you can have pounded yam, you can have elubo, you can have, for example, yam. Yam goes bad. Whenever a yam is going bad, you will see it, and it will be smelling. So you have to throw it in the bin. But if your food is not smelling, if it's consumable, why do you put it in the bin? You're wasting food and you're contributing to global warming. A lot of people that waste food, you know, they waste food in their home. They don't know that they're contributing to global warming. This is why we're using the food bank to make sure that families within Leeds and Yorkshire, and even in the UK or even in Nigeria or any other country, you should try and make sure that if the food is consumable, you eat them. Don't waste food. If you can't eat food, give it to your neighbors. Give it to your church. Give it to your mosque. You know, if you have some food in the house, you're not eating some things of food, you can even donate it to a charity like us. It's simple as that. The idea is to make sure we don't continue to waste food, okay? I'm going to end this session. This is just to explain food items with use by date and best before date. We're going to be starting our food bank. If you want to apply for a food bank, please go on our website, www.nycn.org.uk. You can send us an email, admin@nycn.org.uk, if you want to apply for a food bank. Okay, it's very, very important that people understand our policies. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to show you one more product. This is another product. This is when you look at the date. Let's look at the date. I'm just finding the date up. So the date is, look at it, it's best before date. I'm going to show you. You can see it's best before date, 10th of January. But when you look at this product is absolutely fine. But some people will go and put it in the bin. You know, in this country, we waste 1 trillion cubic amount of food. You know, it's the most wasteful country of food, where people are suffering. You know, asylum seeker, refugees, you know, homeless, families that are unable to feed their family, put 3 square meals. You will see some other parts. Some people will be wasting food, making unnecessary excuse that, oh, this date is expired. The date is not expired. Because look at this. It's past today. Today is 11 and the date on this is, so, you know, so why waste food when you know that you can give it to a charity, give it to your neighbor? And that is why we're making this awareness starting from 2025 to families, organizations, that please don't waste food all because the date. Look at the food physically, make your decision on your own. But whenever you collect any food like this from our organization, community group, or any other charity, the decision for you to accept that food is down to you. So if you take that food away, according to our disclaimer, if you become ill or basically unwell or basically something bad happened like death and etc., you cannot bring it back to the organization because you are an adult. And this is why our organization, our food, we only give it to individuals that are above 18, not below 18. You know, if you are not an adult, we will not give you a food, because we know that if we give the food to an adult, that adult can be able to access that food and to say, I'm going to accept this, or I'm not going to accept this, or I'm not going to accept this, or I'm going to accept this. Okay? So thank you so much. This is just a quick update on our food bank going to 2025 and beyond, just to explain to you about use by date and best before date. And thank you so much. So I will continue to pack my food. And I would like to say thank you to Arnold Clark Community Fund, National Lottery, Leeds Community Foundation, and Fair Share and Neighborly, and all the supermarket that has been supporting us. 2024, 2025, we're here. Aldi, Sainsbury's, Tesco, KFC, and Nando. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Families are really appreciative, and I'm extending their feedback to you. But please, if you want to collect our food, we distribute food every week or every 2 weeks. If you register on our program, you join our Telegram group chat, you'll be able to have a benefit of supporting your family. And we give food of 50 to 100 pounds to 200 pounds to family on a weekly basis or 2-week basis. Okay, so my name is Mr. J. Skolaole. I'm the founder and the president of the Nigerian Yorkshire Communities Network, UKCIC group, and we are here. We do healthy holidays, we help families with NIN. Our own is to continue to support you, to make sure that you can feed your family. That is why I'm here in the cold. That's it. At the moment, I'm using my car because our van is broken and is now with Citroen. We are trying to repair it, and because the engine is broken, the engine is actually gone down. So, but I will continue to use my car, and if you want to support, please contact us. Okay. So thank you very much. And this is again the NYCN Food Share Food Bank Food Pantry Community Service. Thank you. More update to come soon. Thank you so much, and more update. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.